Here's a few things I think the media is missing about AI that I think really matters. One, will OpenAI be able to nail the ad model? People forget that for Google, 80% of its income is still ads. We talk about Waymo, we talk about Gemini, we talk about Google Cloud, things like that, all great things, but 80% is ads. You got to figure out a way to monetize all the free users, and that's what OpenAI needs to do. They brought in Fiji Simo, who used to be a VP of video, games, and monetization at Facebook, and she brought over some of their Facebook folks to make sure the monetization strategy works out well, because OpenAI will need the cash flow gusher from ads to keep it going. In the short to medium term, they can still go to private markets and raise a ton of money, but they really need to get the ad gusher going. What's interesting is in the leaked projections for their finances, by 2029, 2030, they were showing that about 40% of their income is going to come from ChatGPT subscriptions, like Plus, Pro, and Enterprise. And they had 20% coming from ads, and another 20% coming from agents, and another 20% coming from API. I think the API will go down over time because that's going to become a commodity, but I would think that the ad portion would be second largest generated revenue for OpenAI, but we'll see what happens there. Now, hearing all this crap about Google's TPUs versus NVIDIA's GPUs, then you're hearing talk about depreciation schedules on GPUs, like how long do they last and things like that. Then you're hearing about power constraints and data centers and all this other stuff. But the most important thing is, how well will OpenAI do? Because OpenAI serves as a force multiplier. If OpenAI is continuing able to raise cash, is able to start generating more revenue, and that puts more pressure on Google and Facebook to continue their spending on the AI trade. And then that also leads to more spending for NVIDIA GPUs. So that's what people should be focusing on, and not getting all tangled up in depreciation schedules and different things like that. It sounds interesting, but when these companies are making these investments, they're not thinking about depreciation tables. They're not thinking about write-offs. They're thinking about, hey, who's going to have is my current monopoly at threat, or is there a future monopoly that's going to be built with new tech and I'm going to miss out on? If either of those are true either way, I'm going to spend like hell today, CFO be damned, to make sure that I can protect the business. So that's things that you all should be looking at. Love to hear what you all think about this, and talk to you later. Peace.